Hello, hello. Ilya here.
Hello, can you hear us okay?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Perfect, no worries. I don't know what happened there, sorry. I
No
think there was
problem.
some technical difficulties.
No problem, no problem. It seems like the
How are you
credentials.
this morning? You okay?
Yeah, I can't complain. Well rested.
Good, good, good. So yeah, this is Chris.
Hello, Chris. Ilya here.
Good, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
So yeah, I thought I'd obviously reach out. I know that we had a conversation prior to Christmas,
Hello, hello.
when you were looking for new job opportunities then, and obviously came across your profile again and saw that you started up a new company. So was intrigued to obviously reach out, have a discussion with you, and see how you came about kind of opening your new business and how that's been going for you at the moment.
Well, I was supposed to be contacted by Dynamon in January, and then I was just like waiting, and I said, okay, don't wanna like go through like application stages and again whatever. So I actually was doing something like software development services on the side, but was like as self-employed. So basically, I haven't done it as a company, and I also knew that I was having someone to join me. He's an interaction
Yeah.
designer and is just graduating in Germany. So I was like, okay, let me like do the groundwork, prepare everything, so we can like start working this summer basically. So the way we are looking to set it up is not custom software like a project shop. We want to build general product software company, which is supposed to like do product discovery and then hire engineers and then build it. So this is hands-off engineering kind of a setup. And the way we did it, I can show you organizational chart, is basically imagine like a franchise. So basically when somebody buys the model, they are supposed to hire few consultants such as HR, legal, finance. If they want, they can hire like
Yeah.
consultants for the company. But apart from this, which is like on the site, basically they need one product manager at least and one interaction designer to actually have a product. And what we're looking to do is create the operations manual of how to do the product discovery and how to do the interaction design when you're like looking to find this new product that's like general product, with establishing like development partnerships with companies that might be the target users or like end clients. Depends really if it's like a platform, if it's like a general service. And what happens is we're looking at the books that Marty Kagan has written to implement the same process behind the business. So this is kind of the business idea that's worth pursuing for us, is finding general products that sell on the mass market instead of just like focusing on one single client. And yes,
Okay.
when we okay, let's go. I was going to say something about the way we actually find them is when we look to find those partners, it's like a principle that we don't take money from the development partners, which is again like target user, but in the beginning you just want to have like this partnership relationship instead of
Yeah, build the
client.
relationship
Yes,
first.
yes, and this like it's called charter user program. You basically go into their offices, you see how they operate, the environment, everything, and then you assess the needs they have, and that's how you build the product. Basically you create the requirements around them, but you don't just simply like look for one client. You have like a base of 8 to
Yeah.
10 companies that you visit like regularly, and like this you find the general needs basically.
Yeah, so it's all tailored around them and what they require as a business then.
Yeah, literally you have to see if they're like more
Okay.
like remote teams in the office. You have to see what they struggle. Let's say if you like target AI producers, you have to like sort of develop framework for AI producing, not just like give the platform and like let them like upload their model there. So basically,
Okay,
yeah, it's sort of like
that
this.
makes sense.
Okay, and
And what some of the clients that you've won? I know that obviously the company's only been started up from kind of start of January, start of this year. Who are some of the clients that you've been able to win over the last 2 months?
uh, basically what we have is like two projects going at the same time. One is literally the AI marketplace that I was just like hinting at, and the other is providing small and mid-sized companies. It's like software development and consulting services. So it's difficult to actually pick your targets at first, because obviously I was doing LinkedIn outreach, and I was trying to like contact companies like Builder AI, Healthily. It's like you just literally have to like select the AI producers, and then you get like just above 1,500 companies in the UK. Is like the third biggest market for that niche, and most of them are actually outside of the UK as well. They have like offices in the USA. Some of them are like in the Middle East and like in the Far East. And this is the thing: if you can capture like China, USA, and the UK, you don't need another markets if you're doing artificial intelligence, because it's like the bigger market. So yeah, pretty much you can go everywhere, obviously, but you have to start where it's like developing fastest. So yeah, this is what we realize is like it's still in like trend. So even though like ChatGPT, Grok, they capture like a lot of the marketplace, there is still like a lot of new market share to be captured. It's still like growing. So you always have like the opportunity to position yourself there earlier and like get into the field. And yeah, what I realize is having this kind of a project is a little bit like an elephant. So we cannot like burn all the capital, like life savings and everything, just so we can pursue these AI producers and hope to make it, because it's a high risk. Yes, if you manage to find the product and like build it, like supposedly hire an engineering team and like hand them the discovered product, it's probably gonna work out in like let's say by the end of the year it's doable. Like for 6 months probably you can find such a product, but then if you don't make it, it means you pretty much burnt all your chances to survive. So it's like so it's like a very close shave, this kind of a project. And yeah, that's what we realize. Instead of like like filtering out the potential target users, let's just like do the marketing strategy and like forget what is the vision, forget what we want, forget where we're going, just like find out the people we already work with and see what they need. And once you like satisfy one need, the next one comes, and the next one comes, and the next one comes, and like this you sustain yourself instead of having to like source it with like personal loans, the business and stuff like this. So yeah, we're at this stage where we contact clients and like see what they want, create like a sort of like a bespoke service. But this is not like the main intention. This is just to fund the company and then see how it takes from there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. So what's kind of the need for the contract roles? Obviously, you said over LinkedIn that you're looking for an SRE, software engineer, user researcher, QA, and a project manager.
Yes, yes.
What's the kind of the reason behind those hires at this point?
Because how the process works. When you do the product discovery, you need 3 roles to be covered. This is the product management, which I do in this project. Interaction design is the other core role. You cannot just outsource. And then you have the option: either the interaction designer is going to be doing the prototyping, or you can hire a prototyper. So it's either 2 or 3 people at first in the initial phase. You don't hire the engineering yet, you don't hire the QA and stuff like this. So once you have discovered the product, and like basically how you know you discovered the product is you present it to target users. If you have like let's say 6 consecutive rounds of value and usability testing confirmed, basically they're like excited to use it, and they kind of solve the problem without you having to navigate them, also do this. They kind of intuitively get it. So this is like a confirmation of the idea that is like a valid idea. People are like excited to have it. Why they're excited? Because they feel the pain of not having it. And the other part is they actually don't need to be taught how to use it. They can intuitively open it and just like start using the application to solve that need, basically. And this is when you know, okay, so it's enough discovery, let's get into the implementation phase, and then like just give it to engineering, like either hire it, outsource it, or like you can even use like Builder AI for that instance if you have like very well defined high fidelity prototype, and then you can just like try to mimic the features but in a production scale, basically. I'll have to turn off
and when are you looking to kind of hire these people into the team?
It's like a creative process. Let me just turn off the air heater because it's doing some noise. Oh.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. So basically, there is no like given dates. How I see it is probably going to be somewhere in June. Let's say if we work on discovering one product like this, and yeah, the first
Mm-hmm.
thing we need to hire is probably gonna be architect, and yeah,
Yeah.
we don't really want the seniors because it's gonna be difficult to teach them system. Like when somebody has experience, they know better,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, basically first time juniors is probably the best candidate for such a project basically
Yeah.
because we can teach them the way we
Mm-hmm.
want them to work the system instead of having to like build to break down habits and then build them anew basically. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
oh,
Okay. And how have you kind of gone about at the moment looking to hire? Have you been speaking to any other agencies or people that you've kind of used in the past that have been able to kind of source any candidates that you'd be interested in? How has that been going so far?
mm, one way we are going about it is so there is like a friend of mine. He's doing software development for the past 3 years. Like he's like a mid developer,
Yeah.
and what we offered him is
Mm-hmm.
like a partnership where we can literally take him on board. He's gonna like be responsible for the engineering, and then we're gonna like give him a share
Okay.
of the company. It's gonna be only one product with him obviously, but it's still like he's gonna get like part of the profits once it gets to market, and we can make sure it actually
Mm-hmm.
works when it goes to market by consulting all the target users, by doing the proper user experience and all the process parts that is like supposed to like do the proper discovery.
Yeah.
And this
Mm-hmm.
obviously was turned down by him. He actually thinks he can just engineer it out without doing the design and the product management, which is stupid, but obviously yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we have to look for another way. Another thing that we have at like hand is there is a friend of mine. He's doing like custom software development, and we
Mm-hmm.
already tried to like take him as a product manager for a project that he has. So basically, kind of the same deal. We give him like
Yeah.
part of the company, and then we just find his product and make it real. And the problem was he was too much of the marketing side. I had to like coach him
Yeah.
on product management, and the way he was doing the product interview seemed like a sale instead of like developing this. We are on the same side. Let's find the product together. We're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
charge you, but you're one of our customers basically. And yeah, it was very difficult to like you see this like a person who spent like more than 10 years doing marketing, so good work with unteaching
Quite a
him
while.
how to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we had like one night, it was like New Year. He called me drunk and he's like, do you want to work for me? I'm like, no, I'm not want to work for you. I work for myself. And this is how we kind of part ways. He's like, but are we like still friends? I say, of course, we're just not business associates. And yeah, he has like
Yeah.
developer team out there in India. It's like 4 people,
Okay.
and yeah, they create like custom software and stuff. So this is another
Yeah.
opportunity we have to partner with them. Basically, give like 50% of the product found. Problem is they don't really
Mm-hmm.
like the product we want to build. We have to go and build their product in that case. And yeah, there's like a lot of ways you can go about it. You can literally like hire someone and give him the task to do it. You can outsource it to a company like consulting companies or like development teams. You can like get an agency like Upwork and stuff, or you can just like rely on
Yeah.
AI and hope that it kind of creates the features you want by just giving him the description. So and I think this is like
Yeah.
actually the first way we should go about it, because to be honest, 150 subscription plan per month is not that bad actually. Yes, it's for 2 years with Builder AI, but at the same time, if you can like
Mm-hmm.
bring these prototypes to like scalable production application, then this is nowhere comparable to actual development team. Like even one person is already outsizing this subscription plan.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That makes sense. So it seems like you've got quite already a few contacts really of people that you can kind of go to in terms of the development side of things. And you've got a few people who've been working alongside you for the last few years who you've reached out to as well.
At least for
Kind of to give you a bit of context about.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, what was
at
that?
least for the engineering part, yes. Obviously, we don't
Yeah,
know all the QA and other roles, but yeah, this is where we need to start engineering. So that's why I mentioned it first. So
yeah,
you can tell.
definitely.
Uh, so basically, you were on about to say suggesting candidates, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously I reached out to you before Christmas and kind of my niche and my area is kind of within the DevOps, SRE and the engineering side of things. So in terms of what I've got available at the moment, I've got kind of a whole talent pool of candidates who are interested in both contract side and permanent as well. Obviously I know that you're mainly looking to recruit on the contract side of things. So it's kind of what you're offering at the moment, what projects they'd be working on, and I can always go and, source some candidates that I think could be of
Mm-hmm.
interest, and obviously to know what kind of that day rate is going to be as well, just so I can kind of hit the candidates kind of at the right level too. Do you know kind of how long you are looking to contract someone in on, or what that looks like in terms of length at the moment?
Because of how we do it is kind of unpredictable. We literally do what the client wants at that point. So if they give us like let's say we have the budget 10,000 and we want you to build a quoting software, it's probably gonna be like 3 months contract. It's gonna be like average salary like 35,000 a year at least. So you divide it on 12, it gets down to 2 to 3,000. This after tax. So yeah, pretty
Mm.
much like that. That's the range we can like give. But obviously we only gonna need it because now I'm hands off doing the engineering. This is what I realize. You cannot be like pretty much doing the technical and the entrepreneurial work at the same time. It kind of doesn't cut out. You don't have like two lives to like separate yourself between the two. And yeah, this one of the reason we actually need to find the engineering team and not do it ourselves. And
Yeah.
the way we want to work it is because it's gonna be with different clients. Preferably it's gonna be for every client like a different candidate, because if we hire someone then we will have the
Mm.
push to find those clients. And as I said, we don't want to
Yeah.
go down this route where we like constantly like do custom software for end clients. We actually want to like discover products. And once we get into this phase
Mm.
where we have the funding to like hire the co-working spaces, go visit the clients every week, and like just like cover for the product management cost, because it's like you cannot do it on meetings. You actually have to be with them. It has to happen in person. Otherwise, how you gonna
Yeah.
notice like how they feel about it, like reactions, if they get like angry, they're like okay, like chill with it. It's difficult to do it, even though there's like softwares like this. It's still like not preferable to like go about the product management, especially the usability testing, doing it online. So
Mm.
yeah, there's like a lot of traveling cost that incurs, like this like nights you have to spend in other cities. It's like food, it's like train, and it's like building up. So basically it's probably gonna be like 2 to 3 thousand running costs just to do the product management.
Mm.
Design is kind of fine
Yeah.
because once the product manager has the need, the interaction designer just from his home can like create the user experience, everything to match this need. So yeah, this is not like the biggest issue that we have with the design part. But once we're like in this, I think yeah, somebody who has ability to reproduce the wireframe and give it like a proper visual
Mm.
design based on the explanation, like Figma project, and then like
Yeah.
do the actual functionalities. And it doesn't have to be like production level, like scalable and everything, but has to be like a reflection of what the client wants, so we can like test it and see if the idea is valid. So yeah, pretty much like a full stack developer, preferably like first time working, so we don't have to like teach him how it was done in that and the other place. But he's like, okay, just show me what to do
Mm.
and I'll do it because I want to learn. So this is the kind of person we would want to hire
Yeah.
first. And then if let's say it gets like more than one product, obviously I will not be able to manage more than one product, so product manager is probably the second thing that we want. And yeah, basically
Mm.
somebody who has done user research, because this is the most crucial part. Can you like figure out what the client needs? Because obviously it is like a
Yeah.
difficult role to hire, because how would people go about it is hire somebody who has finished like a business school, because obviously they have to communicate to like owners and like ideas investors how it works, this kind of product. But at the same time is not just the business side that the product management has to handle. He actually is supposed to like communicate properly with the technical team. So he has to be someone who knows how to apply technology, is like passionate about products, is like using them, loving them, and everything.
Mhm.
And then it has to be like somebody who like can like exude confidence. It cannot be like someone who like yeah, and like he actually has to make those people believe they're not just like wasting their time
Yeah.
developing a product that's never even like tested in the market. And yeah, this is like a
Mm.
difficult role to find. So basically we have to like either like the engineers we have to like internally like promote them, or if we like not like able to find like such a person, probably we can like contact you and like find somebody who has like good ability with the user research, but at the same time is like a person who is capable of like making like decisions, is like has to be with good like risk management skills. Because this it like
Yeah.
you cannot get it perfect basically, but most of the time you have to make the right decision, so you have to like weigh the odds and like see which is the best like decision for the product. Like this like it's like tough work basically. So yeah, this
Yeah.
kind of
That
person,
makes sense.
yeah, we can like interview with you for
Okay.
So it
product
sounds
managers.
like you've got some interesting plans here, yeah, in terms of the growth of the company and how you're looking to sort of engage with clients. So I suppose for me and Chloe, it's just about understanding where we can really help you now or maybe in the future.
Yeah, I
I mean,
think
have you got any immediate requirements that we can be sort of helping you out with currently, or is it going to
no
be a case of as the clients come in over the next few months, you'll have a
I
bit more of an understanding
yeah,
about what you might
I
need?
I think it's more in the future, because literally as I said, product discovery only takes like these 3 rows, and I already like
Yeah,
explained.
yeah,
Yeah, we already discussed with the interaction designer. He's going to be doing the rapid prototyping. This is just like going to release the pressure of having to like find the product quickly, because obviously if you like have somebody on payroll, you want him to work. You cannot just like end up in this like endless creative process of finding tuning everything that you like discover about the client. And yeah, this is the first thing that we would want is the rapid prototyper. But this comes down once we have like sort of like this development partnerships with like AI producers, and they like give us the constant feedback, so the designer can no longer handle both roles of like creating the prototype and like defining the user interface. And if I see him like struggle, I'll be like, okay guys, so can we like find some junior developer, because we need to like bring him on board now.
yeah. I suppose it's when the workload gets too stretched for that person, then you'll need to then sort of split the roles and bring someone in to
True.
sort of take some pressure off of him, and that will then allow you to grow as a business.
Well, for the growth of the business, it's still product discovery, because when you're finding the product, you cannot really sell it. If you sell it, it's what's gonna end up is like you customize it to one of the clients who actually paid for it, because they're gonna have like demands once you take the money from them. But if you actually have the rapid prototyper, what's gonna happen is you can create that many more prototypes, and you can do it quicker instead of having to wait like a month to come up with like 3 prototypes. Imagine you can go next week and present them with 10 different prototypes. Well, now they give you feedback, and now you want to take one from the other, and this becomes like a lot of technical work just to like iterate upon the prototypes. So where it comes great is like instead of you having to make the clients wait and like do it yourself all the time with the prototype, you can just bring like a junior and give him like 10 different throwaway applications he can like tweak from time to time, and then you just go and present, and you like do it like massively. You like take mass action instead of like
Yeah,
seeing those clients every 3 weeks. You can see them almost every week. You can go and like visit the office and like this. And this is where the product discovery really happens, because if you have this lack in the communication, yeah, they have more time to think of what they actually need. But at the same time, if you don't present them in time so they can like give you the timely feedback and quickly adjust it, you're pretty much stretching the timeline of the project. So you don't want to like end up finding a product 1 year. You probably want to cut it down to 2 months. So good luck with having like 10
yeah.
prototypes you have to iterate upon after every like 2 product interviews, which can happen in one day. But yeah, a rapid prototyper is the role that we're looking to get. I would say somewhere in early June, because I have a trip abroad the early May. And once we like commit with this project, because it's kind of on hold now, we were looking to like fund it instead of like having to depend on like investment or like loan. We want to do it like bootstrap, like start it with our own money, like make sure we like use our time to like build up the capital and then invest it into the project.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so a good time to catch up then will be sort of closer to summer then, you reckon, around sort of May, June time?
Yeah, I would say like 10th of June somewhere. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're in a position where obviously we work with quite a lot of startups, scale ups. In fact, we sponsor a sort of tech meetup where the actual focus this week is on money, on how companies can raise funding, when's the right time to raise funding. So we're used to working with businesses of your size who are looking to get things off the ground, who are in that sort of bootstrap mode, but looking to then in the future start to scale as they win more and more clients and start to win better business. So when the timing's right, and obviously Chloe will reach out to you in sort of June time, but
Yeah.
when the timing's right, or if anything changes and we can help you with anything, then
Definitely.
just drop Chloe a message and we can have a discussion about what the market looks like, what rates you might have to pay if you're looking for someone on a contract basis, or if you were looking to bring in people on a more of a permanent basis, then we can give you a bit of an idea about what the sort of market is paying for those types of individuals as well.
Mhm.
okay, okay, and as you said, like you have this meetup where you like give advice to companies about when is the right time to fund.
Yeah, so it's run by a company called TechSpark. So they are the biggest tech community outside of London. So they're based in Bristol, but they cover Bath and Swindon as well. And there's a monthly what they call Tech Connect in Swindon
Mm-hmm.
happening this Thursday. Sorry, Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
So it's on Eventbrite. It's called Tech Connect, and the focus of it this week is on money. Last month it was more around a founder story, someone talking about their sort of growth of their business and the sort of journey they went on. I think this month the focus is on funding and raising money.
Mm.
So there'll be a bit of an open forum discussion around that.
This only
But
this
yeah, I mean,
only
obviously
in person, or you can like watch them like online. It's like broadcasted or something.
it's in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't broadcast it online,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. I think they did during lockdown, but I think now they've gone back to in person. It's
I
just
hear
in
that.
person only.
Yeah.
Um, it's quite a small group, but yeah, sometimes there's quite interesting discussions that take place. And there's obviously a smaller sort of startup founder community in Swindon than there is in Bath and Bristol. I think the Bristol events are really sort of quite popular. They sort of have like 100 plus people attending every month.
Mm-hmm.
But certainly there's a lot of support out there for people like yourself who are setting up a business, looking to grow, not sure about the best way to grow, not sure about when maybe the right time is to go and get the funding, or how long you need to wait before you go and sort of try and do something
Mm.
around funding. But there is definitely support out there in the sort of Thames Valley area.
Mm. Interesting. Yeah. Because for me the funding is because you see I like to like take risks. I like to like control them. And like this kind of thing, like big projects, is actually huge risk, and you have to be like very serious when you commit with something like this. So
Yeah.
when I have like my partner, basically, because I cannot like afford to like pay him like for interaction designer straight away, so we just like split the company 50-50. When he's like because he's like very bold into this project, that's why I like he has like this passion, so I want to like work with them because I know I need this like raw field. And when he gives me like, okay, let's do like the AI marketplace, and then I'm like, okay, I'm like considering everything. So what is the best way to like raise the money personally? What is the best way to raise the money as a company? And then I see like all the opportunities, and this is like kind of putting me in a position where I have to do product discovery and then figure out the engineering. But just like after our last meeting, which was yesterday, it's like, actually, yeah, I spoke with a friend. He's like doing consulting, and he explained like this, which was my initial idea. I always wanted to start like with business worth pursuing instead of going straight to a product. And then when I told him that, he's like, yeah, but like this, we're losing the time. Is like the AI is like trending now. What we try to join it 2 years and it's like too late. I say actually, it's like a sensible reasoning. Like we have to like probably choose now, and then we committed. But then he's like, But yeah, I realize it's like an elephant, and then we can actually go to clients first and like raise the money there instead of we having to like personally fund the project. And I say, actually, yeah, this is the right timing because as I was like drawing the, let's say, the monthly expense, I realized is a little bit too much to actually go after the AI producers. It's like they're not around you; you have to
Yeah.
go to them. So yeah, we basically like shifted the gears instead of like going for the general product first. We like kind of adopt the marketing strategy of what the client wants, and whatever client we have, we just like take it, we listen, we don't like try to sell them our product, we just like, okay, what is that you want, and then they have a need, and then you solve the need, and then you get another need from the same client, and the business never ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously,
That's it.
obviously you're not doing what you want to do, but you still get the money. That's the whole point, to like fund yourself. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, I will contact you
Okay.
back. Yeah,
Well,
I'll
um, well,
I'll
okay,
contact you
obviously
back
what we
when
can do is keep in regular contact. And like I say, Chloe will be your main point of contact, and she can keep abreast of any sort of needs that you have and any support you need from our side.
Okay.
And like you said, I've suggested maybe June time is a good time to sort of touch base again and have a bit more of a deeper chat around where things are for you guys and what you might need at that time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And just something that you might be aware of, what is the best way to like go on foreign markets, like set up a company that's like from here and trade internationally, or like do it in the country you want to set up with a company from there, like you have like a friend who's like citizen, he like creates the company.
Yeah, I mean, I think like if you're looking to set up different entities in different countries, it can prove to be quite expensive because obviously you need to register another company in another country. They might then have certain laws around sort of tax and things like that, which have to be taken into consideration. Sometimes, if you're looking to hire people overseas, then it might be better to use like an employer of record solution. So there's companies out there like Deal, spelled DEEL. They provide the ability to payroll staff in any country around the world. So we've had clients use them to set up new staff members in the USA,
Yeah,
in parts of Europe.
you
I've got a
basically,
client at the moment that's looking to build a offshore sort of technology centre in Portugal. He hasn't got an entity in Portugal, but his first few hires are going to be through Deal, and they basically make sure that that person pays all the relevant taxes, gets all the right sort of taxation applied to their pay slips, so that you fall within the law within those specific countries. So you can essentially hire people anywhere legally with the right sort of tax system in place, rather than then having to set up an entity in these countries. Because it might just be that you want to hire someone in, for instance, say India for 3 months to help complete a project, but you don't really need an entity set up in India because you might not hire again in that country. So an employer record can provide that solution. There's quite a few different providers out there. They do all charge like a fee. Some of them are cheaper than others. But yeah, that'd probably be my recommendation, the best way to go.
It's not about the actual work to be done. We can like source the engineering team. The problem is like, let's say we have like a project that we can take in the USA, but obviously if we take the money with the UK company, it's different story than if you have the company there and like take it domestically. So in this kind of situation, do you reckon is like better if you just like register for international trade, or instead you have like a different company, let's say somebody you know, which is the case with me, can open the company and it's just like $100 to set up a company, and then you even get like 50 back as like a deposit in your company account, and we can literally take the money with a limited company that somebody else opened for us, and then we can just like buy all the shares of that company and like operate it as if we are like the shareholders, but we obviously didn't have to go and have citizenship and like create and everything and the address to just register the company.
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from? Instead of just like doing the international trade,
Yeah,
you can like
yeah.
operate within the country.
Yeah, I'm not too sure on that front. I mean, I need to get advice on that.
Yeah.
I'm not too aware how that would get set up. I know that in the recruitment world, there's a few companies that have started operating in the US, and they've just been using like a that, obviously I think from a tax perspective, it can be a bit more attractive to then US clients working with a US company rather than a UK-based company. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with how all that works.
No
I'll
problem.
leave that to the accountants, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll research it myself. I have like contacts over there. But yeah,
Yeah.
this is like a good thing if you find the product that works there and you know the second biggest market is there, why not market there as well? It's like you literally just find
Yeah,
the
exactly.
yeah, you literally just find the goat and you're scared to like ship it literally. Okay, pleasure talking to you guys. Nice
You
starting
too.
this like
Yeah, lovely to catch
relationship.
up.
Lovely. And yeah, looking to hear from you in June. Let's see how the clients want us to take on, because maybe we need it like next week, but I cannot like promise anything before we like figure out their
Yeah,
needs.
just reach out if anything does change. You have my contact details anyway. And we'll keep in contact till June. But if anything does change or pop up in the meantime, of course, just reach out and see if there's something we can help with.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the day and all the best
No
in
worries.
consulting. Bye bye, take care.
You
Brilliant.
too. Take
Take
care.
Thanks, Ilya.
cheers.
Cheers.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.